Yo, what's going on? You are now tuned in to the Inside Wolves podcast, your home for entertainment, enlightenment, where we discuss and give our takes on what's going on in not only music, entertainment, general news, and everything pop culture. Make sure you subscribe, share.
Are you ready? You think you can tell us how to step? You think you can tell us what to say? You think that your podcast is better? No, well, you better get ready to bow to IW. Break it down. Woo! Yeah! Inside Wolves ain't stupid, fool. We just step out how you want us to. Watch us step, boy. Yeah, watch us step, little man. Break it down. Degeneration Yo, come on, man. Step, yo.
Coming in hot, baby.
Step with no regret. If you heard that, you are listening to the Inside Wolves podcast hosted by yours truly, Inside Wolves Entertainment Crew. It's your boy Jay Million, the Villion, Hyphy Millie. Y'all know what to do.
Come on, Big Rome, blessed and highly favored. Let's get into it. I'm ready.
Y'all know who the hell it is. Fan favorite Juju AJ, man. It don't get more authentic than that, y'all. Come on, bro.
You feel the energy, people. You feel the energy, man. It's your boy Q, man, and we're just gonna jump right into this one right here. Let's go ahead and do it.
Saying we had to take it back with that one real quick. Oh, that was
so did.
They ain't stepping in
that. That right there's an all-time intro. That right there's an all-time intro. If that don't deserve a share, or follow, a like, or something right there. I mean, god damn, that right there.
That you ain't got no legs, nigga.
Come on,
I'm saying. I'm saying.
No, we do, man. Yes, sir. Well, go ahead. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it, Quinn. What we talking about today, man? What the fuck are we talking about today?
We're gonna talk about something they made movies about. We're going to talk about something that's a natural stage of life, regardless of your sexual orientation, regardless of anything in regards to that. It's meeting the parents. Meeting the parents, more specifically, of your significant other.
Ooh. Yeah.
Now,
it's tough time.
For those who have not done it, regardless, well, we'll do. We want to give advice for the people who have not done it, or for just anybody who's just coming up, man. You know what I'm saying? Or even if it's something you've done, but it's something you're about to start doing a lot more regularly. So, any advice thus far that you guys have on meeting the parents of a significant other?
I need to hear from Mr. Ladies Man down in the right corner.
I was going to say the man with the family, with a tribe.
Man with the family. The family man himself.
I'm going to explain this no better than if it were me and my, you know what I'm saying? Me doing this, you know what I'm saying? My own act. You feel me? If I'm in that mode, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here doing this. But anyway, when it comes to meeting the parents, man, first impressions are really important. Like really, really important. For me,
say nothing but a word.
For me, you know what I'm saying? I definitely always make sure, like the mom, like no matter what, I'm cool with the mama. Like no matter what. No matter what, that's most important. The dad is a bonus. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And this is really just for, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just for, you know, other young men and stuff like that. Like, the moms, you know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, they already, like, running that relationship as it is anyway.
Oh, you know you know where the parents.
And if you can get the mom, you know what I'm saying? You can get the mom on your side. The dad gonna follow suit regardless. But I'm saying, like, if he like you too, on top of that, you know what I'm saying? That's a bonus. You feel me? That's less work for you, I guess. But yeah, man, it's important, bro. I always made sure it was cool. Like I made sure I got real close with their mamas for real. You know what I'm saying? Like real relationship. You know.
I'm sorry. I had to.
Yeah,
it was just real close. Got real close.
Yeah, it was the wording.
I was gonna say
it was the wording
down. And he said, "I'm holding moms down."
It's crazy. I still,
hey mom, like, the one tell you happy birthday? It's like, yeah, you want in the back, like, yeah, I told Karen happy birthday, of course.
First name basis,
right?
First name basis or like ma, you know what I'm saying? Like just something real close. You know what I'm saying? I always make them.
You know what? I think that you raise a pretty funny point as far as that goes too, because as a male, when you meet the father, I mean, I don't really think that there's anything you could do that's going to really get him to like fuck with you, like for real, like on the deepest level, like to, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, I don't think
All right,
there's
sir. I plan to stay a virgin for the rest of my life.
Like, come on.
Literally, I was gonna say it. Like, I don't see how
let me tell you
much
something.
like he could like you,
bro.
because he knows what you're there for, man.
Come on, bro.
He knows what the deal is, so it's kind of like,
the pops.
I'll tolerate you.
They already know you knocking it down. Man. But for me, lucky enough, you know what I'm saying, I was just cool, you know what I'm saying, because we always had something in interest with whoever dad it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he likes shoes, I got hella shoes, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be J's, designer shoes, you know what I'm saying? I got hella shoes. Or like another girl, her dad, he loved like old schools and cars and shit. I love cars. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was always a coincidence for me to find something anyway. Like, it was just coincidental.
You ever got that? Yo, you ever got that? Hey, come here, yo. Come here, young blood. Let me talk to you real quick. You ever got that? Yeah, one of those tests on the shoulder, one of those vice grips on the neck. Yeah, you know how you know.
One of the vice grips.
You know, crazy enough, I didn't get it from. I actually didn't get it from like a girl's parent. Like, I got it from her grandparent, her grandma. I got it from my grandma. Granny was a thug. Like she came, hey baby, you know you real handsome and all. But that's my baby.
All right, I'm gonna turn that nigga like you in my day, like what?
But like she, you know what I'm saying, she in my face with, she got them chewing tobacco, she in my face, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
you got that.
Man, she ain't got no fear.
I'm talking about she got the red, you know what I'm saying, tank top on, no bra, sagging. She got the, you know what I'm saying, she got her sleep pants on.
You a little too close to the family, yo.
Bro, I get real deep in there with that family. You feel me? I really, you know what I'm saying? I get in there. I get my hands dirty. You feel me?
Alrighty. Speaking of, I want to go back as well because you brought up the whole no bra thing. Did y'all see that picture of this woman who was riding around shirtless?
Yes.
Javen knows what I'm talking about. She shorty said it was an Instagram post.
Rather bigger lady on one of the hottest days of the year. She was like, yo, it was like, she was like, fuck, it's 90 degrees out. Yo, she was just laying back, like just flat out, like just out. Yo, they had that.
She said, in the car. She said, fuck it. She said, fuck it. It's 90.
Right.
Had the shirt off. Just riding around shirtless.
I ain't gonna lie to you, yo. At first I was like, what the hell is Terrio doing out here in the heat like this? And then I had to read the description real quick. I was like, oh shit.
You want to know one of the craziest things, James? It really sucks the fact that you just brought up his particular name because I seen him on an interview recently. He has actually got rid of this weight.
Yeah, I saw that. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's actually skinny now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shout out Terrio.
Yo, shout out Terrio. Good for you, man. Good for you.
Big ass kid.
All right.
But I will say he was. You can't call a spade no more.
I mean, yeah, but
said big ass kid.
He was. He is better now. But I will say, one thing I'll take it from both the mother and the father aspect, like you said as well. One, really, the mom. I mean, yeah, she's really just there to make sure you're like a cool guy. like make sure you're really not like a dickhead. Like make sure that you're actually like a good person as far as that, like, you know, emotionally. Make sure you're level headed to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Not some spaz or nothing like that. But more so with the father aspect of things, exactly like I said before. I mean, he's only ever going to like you so much. So all that stuff, because I've heard things, and I've seen stuff online of guys going like above and beyond for their girlfriend's father. And I can respect it, but I also think that it's a feeble attempt at some form of validation because that you're never going to get. I don't see it. Like I don't think you're going to get it. Like best you'll get is the thing.
Until you marry her.
No, for real. Until you two officially, that's probably the one time you get that full like, And also, as well, like you said, Juan, because you said it was the woman that pulled up on you and did that. The father, of course, you got to be prepared, especially once again as a male, for the shit test at one point. It may not be super vicious like it is in the TV show or in the movies where like Bad Boys, they pulled up with the shotgun to the door and they was like, "Hey, little," like it may not be that extreme, But an example for me personally, last time I was in a situation like tested like that, I'd say that we were in a family setting with my girlfriend's family, and we were watching, I think it was a football game, and he had a pool table in that particular room and challenged me to pool in front of everybody.
Now, for everybody out there that's listening, to give you a little background, these are white in-laws. So when it came down to the pool, that's serious. No, that ain't like
serious.
No, that's serious. That was
That's
that's
crazy.
at this point. It ain't even pool no more. Nigga, you playing billiards, nigga. That's what it is.
Nigga, I would have took my loss like a man. I said that nigga, now come outside, nigga, step on this court. What's up? What's up?
Yep.
You gotta take it to your arena.
I can't play no pool. I've lost.
You had to take it to your arena.
To my arena, I've lost every game of pool I've played the same exact way. I shoot the 8-ball in. I suck. I'm taking it to the court though. I'm taking that nigga to the court though. What, yo?
You beat that nigga 21-0. Then you look at that nigga while he just sitting on the floor. You proud of yourself? You proud of yourself? You proud of yourself, nigga? All right, 1-1, nigga. Got my lick back. Football next, nigga.
And what?
That nigga dusts himself up. All right. Let's hit the golf course. All right, you got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Let's go to the golf course. What's funny about that, Javen, is that you were not even oddly. No, you're spot on for the people that are there wondering about that. White people very much do take pool quite seriously, and they are quite good at this game. Like it's kind of like a almost universal thing. So then, but like you, I was gonna say, but like you said as well, Jaden, like Lee said, and like you said, Jaden, yeah, you got to double back. So I had to definitely take that out because I was like, all right, well, goddamn, all right, yep. But let me get this crossbow. Let me show you what I can do with this.
Crossbow.
Oh yeah, y'all don't be fucking with the. Y'all don't be fucking with the
hunting. You know how to play spades, pops.
Hey, let's play dominoes right quick. Come on, dominoes right quick. Come on.
Yeah, come get a quick six. Yeah.
He said, let's play some spades.
Hey, listen, it's like, come in, let's play CeeLo real quick, yo. Let's go ahead here. Yeah,
hey, put us in my pocket real quick.
That was cool.
Hey, it's a wall right there. What you trying to do?
Craft the pops. That's crazy.
Was it, nigga? You pull out Monopoly, yo. He like, oh yes, Monopoly. Like, nah, nigga. This for the the dice.
Need the dice.
Hey, and then you look at the dice. You like, nah, these too fresh. Put them on the ground. So you gotta roll them in a. Roll them around a little bit, make them dirty, old.
Come on.
No. Oh man. All right, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get my lick back.
Pretty much just to make a pretty much a long story short, y'all could do the easy route, you know what I'm saying? Do what I did. You know what I'm saying? I you know what I'm saying, treat the mama real nice, man. Watch a movie with her, you know what I'm saying? Go pay for go get her nails done. You know what I'm saying? Spend some time with her, man.
Right.
One-on-one time. Quality.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? Really get to know her. Text her in the morning, you know what I'm saying? See what you're doing. Make sure she make it home on girls' night. You know what I'm saying? Just really be there for her. You know?
Good Lord.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There's no way that any of these girls got lower brothers or bigger or older brothers, because ain't no way I'm sitting here like the nigga 17 years old texting my mom like, hey, you made it in. You made it in. Like, what? Nah, man. Right. Juan, I agree with you though. I agree with you, because that's literally what I was gonna say. I was like, listen, man, when it comes to it, it's tough for both girls and boys and girls. I'm gonna get to the both sides of that. But for men, for us guys, yo, like Juan said, you gotta get in good with my dukes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta throw the, oh, like, babe, I thought you said we was being your mom. What? This your sister. Why she here? You look up with the evil smile. Yeah, with the evil smile.
Yeah,
like, you said this was your mom. This your sister. Yeah, she's like, oh, she started blushing, you know what I'm saying? That's how you know you got it. You know what I'm saying? After that, like
This
Juan
nigga
said,
Jesus.
look, after that, like Juan
Yeah.
said, cause look, like Juan said, Joe. After that, yo, it's over for old boy, yo, it's over for pops,
Stop
yo.
it,
Like, listen,
bro.
I'm looking at that nigga, I'm looking at that nigga
Stop
like hook, line, sink, yo. The jeans
Yeah.
are already
And
ironed.
you know it's funny.
About to say it's over.
It's funny. You know you got them hooked. You know you got the mama hooked too when she starts saying, "Oh nah," like she said to her daughter, like, "Oh no, that's my man." Yeah, yeah. I already know what time it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To this day, I could still hit their mamas up, and everything will still be.
Bro, Juan's gonna catch a hollow point to the chest. Nigga, stop fucking with niggas, mom.
Yo, I'm telling you, listen, listen. As long as everybody look, young men out there, as long as my dukes is fucking with you, you gonna be good. Yeah, you might as well just already invite yourself back for dinner the next week. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
And let that nigga know his daughter is for dessert. Like that's what I'm saying.
My goodness.
It's just like that. You gotta
Straight
like
like that. Straight like that.
At that point, you gotta like that. But for girls, I see how it could be difficult too. Because imagine, like, all right, for example, me and you, Quinn, we got a family full of women. We got sisters and a mom, you know what I'm saying? So that pressure on a girl to be like, oh shit, like I gotta impress the females of the family too. And women, y'all know, y'all don't get along as easily as men do sometimes, especially off like the bat, off first. So that could be a little, you know what I'm saying, intimidating in that situations. So that's as far as that goes. But you know, you can't pull them same, hey tricks on the dad, because now as soon as that happens, all you gonna hear is okay, with your little fast ass, go ahead, sit down, sit at the table. Right. Look, now you a hoe and you gotta finish dinner.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, no, that'd be crazy.
My piece of advice to the niggas though, don't bring somebody, you know what I'm saying, that your parents like too much. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Please don't bring someone your parents like too much if you don't have nothing serious with them, because then you go and see for years.
Hey, where rebellious shit is that, nigga?
Where they at? Where what's your face at? Where they at?
I'm not gonna lie to you, you sound like a sitcom kid right now, yo. I don't want you to like him, daddy. Like no, that's how you sound.
Here's what I'm saying. It's cool in the moment, but when y'all not together no more, then that shit become annoying. Dang, you had something good, then you just had to go ahead, like, bro,
you just had to fuck it up.
You talking about sitcoms in real life, nigga? I'm talking about shit that happened to me, nigga. That's crazy.
Yeah. So what happened? What happened to what's her name? She was cool.
I feel like we got like that's a man, yo. We do get like a little bit of a rise too out of like fucking with the dad in the situation, like because we all know ain't nobody going to that shit like, oh, I'm scared as fuck to meet your dad, yo. Like yeah, I'm shaking, like you going in that shit like
crazy. A lot of women like that. A lot of women.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Well, it's because it's portrayed on like the media, like that. Like that's the common like thing.
That's that white shit. Listen, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying,
I was in Bad Boys. With black nigga.
Listen, we don't see Bad Boys on like that shit happened a while ago. This is 2022, yo. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is carrying Glocks down their knees, nigga. We not worried about that shit no more, yo. Ain't no more. Oh, you look 35, like nigga. Yes, I am about almost that age. Like, no, it's not that no more, yo. That's how it is, man.
To be fair though, I don't know. My experience with the fathers ain't really been that bad, and niggas close to me. I don't know. Word of mouth. I think fathers is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? I know niggas that smoke blunts with their girlfriends, pops and shit like that. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the dad is
that's
the dad is also checking you out just like the mom, but for different stuff. The mom's making sure you're emotionally cool and you're treating her well, like on the like. You know what I'm saying? Like physically and like emotionally taking care of her. But the father is making sure you're competent and also as well the respecting goes a long way. Because they're like that right there, like you just said, Lee, and I agree with you. The father is I was lucky enough that neither parent was like oh hell no. Really giving me a hard time, making me prove myself. So I didn't have to go through that personally. So I can't really I'd imagine it's pretty easy.
I feel both parents. I feel like both parents, like Quinn said, like the nigga said. I feel like both parents are just literally assessing you. Like they're literally assessing you. They have their daughter's well-being at heart. So I feel like if you're someone that is, you know what I'm saying, getting a super hard time from both the parents for a good period of time. I feel
yeah,
like
you probably
it's probably something that's given
you
them
probably
a
lacking
reason
in
to
something.
do that.
You
You're
probably
lacking
lacking in some way if
Yeah.
they on your ass about it. If
If
you
you're a
really,
good
yeah, I agree
dude,
with that.
if you're a
Yeah.
good dude, 8 times out of 10, you're probably
They're
not
just
gonna
gonna
get
let y'all
too
rock
many
at that
problems.
point. At that point,
Yeah.
they're just gonna let y'all rock because it's like,
Yeah.
all right, we're just gonna let them make their young people mistakes. We don't really
Yeah.
got to worry about them like actually overtly doing something bad, like him leading her down a horrible path or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah.
Hey man, listen, what y'all tips at? What tips y'all got for people? Yeah.
Well, I'll go with what you said as well, Jay, but one for both sides, and then also as well for men and women, and then also as well for both parents. So, for the guys, I'll say when you're dealing with the father, of course, like I said, the respectful thing is a big thing, and then as well as that, even though I agree with you, Javen, and I mean, at least the fellas in this call per se aren't particularly like scared to meet another like your girl's father, but if you are, really don't be like try your best to hide that shit. Like stand up. Like show that you've got the ability to stand up to somebody. That's what
Yeah.
they would like
Have
to
some
see.
courage or
Don't
something, nigga.
be
Damn.
I would say don't be arrogant, don't be an asshole, but show that you've got a backbone because that's what he's looking to see. That's why he's testing you. And then when you're dealing with the mom, like Juan said, make sure you're getting good with her, man. Just go ahead, be kind, be cool, be courteous, all that good
Yeah.
stuff as well. And she shouldn't give you a hard time to begin with. And then for the women, when you show up for both parents, I'd say dress modestly. That's the first thing I would say. Second thing after that was that when dealing with the father, similar to what Javis said, don't be all that flirtating. Nah, don't even really try to hold too much of a conversation. Really just be kind of like casual back and forth. Once you guys actually are in the family and y'all are really a couple, then okay, go ahead, do your thing. But for the most part, just be yes, no, yes, sir, whatever. And then when dealing with the mom, I ain't got much for you on that one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm actually drawing a complete blank on that because I don't know how
Hey, Miss
how
Charles.
that dynamic. I don't
Juan
know how
got
two
you.
women.
Juan got
I was
you.
gonna say Juan, you take it from there because I don't know how two
Well,
Hey,
women
Miss
I
like
mean,
how
Charles.
you. I
for
don't know how you
women,
prove yourself to a mother.
Let him.
Like I don't as a
for wo-
woman.
Yeah.
for women,
I
you
don't know how
know,
to do that.
for women
Yeah,
it's
go ahead,
different
Juan.
because when it comes to women, like as a female and you approaching a man, and you know what I'm saying, his mother's in his life, his mother's gonna look at you as like, I mean, depending on how protective she is over her son, you know what I'm saying, she's gonna look at you like competition almost, like, or like if you're even like fit enough to, you know what I'm saying, date my son like as a woman, you know what I'm saying, like if you really know how to carry yourself as like a real woman and be, you know what I'm saying, comparable to my son and stuff like that. So for women, it's completely different. Like I feel like women, they have to be a lot more understanding that the mother is just trying to be not so like all up in their relationship, but like at the same time she's just curious trying to figure out who you are as a woman. You know what I'm saying? But like it's not the same in every situation. So it could be different.
And to Juan's point, let me just also say that, you know what I'm saying, there are also just bitter and bad people in the world. So you know what I'm saying? There's an off chance you can meet someone's parent and, you know what I'm saying, whatever household they may come from, they just aren't the best people. So this isn't calculating that in. There's nothing you can do to please a bitter person, a bitter mama who want to cling on to her son, like, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
or
they got
bitter,
TV shows for that shit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
That is
So,
a wild ass show.
It definitely is.
Mama's Boy or
I
something
love a
like
mama's
that.
boy. That shit is
there's
crazy.
nothing you can do for that relationship. So, you know what I'm saying, do the
Yeah.
best you can and try to, you know what I'm saying, balance that relationship out. But you know what I'm saying, for the regular folk, yeah, like Juan said, man, just, you know what I'm saying, be regular, be cool.
I agree.
Chill.
As long as you can show that that you 100% love for it and can take care of that parent's son,
Yeah.
in the future, because I think that's a lot of times what the mother's really looking for is like, are you gonna be able to take care of my son, because I don't want this little nigga running back home to me because
Yeah, exactly.
you can't take care of him, and he, you know what I'm saying. So that's really what it is in my opinion. So you do that,
That's
you
a
should be
good
good.
point, Javen. I think that's a
Hey,
pretty good point as well. I think it's pretty funny too, because it's like I never thought about it from the parents' perspective of like show me that my child wouldn't be better off just staying here.
yeah,
Like
especially when
show
it come
me,
out to like that moving out situation too.
yeah, like
Yeah,
show
that's like
me that it wouldn't be better for you to just stay here
yeah.
and do whatever here in regards to that. And also as well, like I said, it's just a different standard and we all said it, it's just a different standard when it comes to men and women. And that's just all throughout life in general.
My last point, man, for all the guys out there, I have one operation I always go by. It's Operation Smash. It's an acronym. Okay? As far as that goes, it's stay calm. It's S, obviously. Gotta make mom blush. Okay? Ask questions. You always have to ask questions, be able to get to know the family, outside of just, who you're be dealing with. Also, simping ain't pimping. Okay? Don't be in that house all up on shorty or hugging up. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that.
Nobody respects a simp, man.
Ain't gonna get you far. And remember to always be him. HIM capital all the way through. Okay, remember to be him. Okay, if you are him, you should have no problem following everything else, man. That's my tips. Yeah, smash. That's how you get the draws.
Smash. Between men and women, equality is another one of those hot topics, touchy titles, big words when it comes between intersexual dynamics in particular, and also as well just the way that we move throughout the world. Do you guys believe men and women are equal? I mean, that's the first part of this question. I'll start it off with that. I won't even list all the other parts just yet. What do y'all think? Men and women are equal. Do you believe men and women are equal?
This is what I will say.
In what regard in life?
Yeah. Are we talking about like the everyday?
As a human in having, you know what I'm saying, right to, you know what I'm saying, certain liberties and stuff like that, obviously, you know what I'm saying. But if you're talking like equal, we're different beings, like men are biologically stronger than them and stuff like that. So
I was thinking on the aspect of like even like in the workplace or like work field or something like that, as far as like
I'll say
promotions
I was going to say intersexual
advancements and stuff like
intersexual dynamics. So under the law, of course, everybody's a human being, everybody deserves the same rights, but equal in the right that
it actually happens to the point where it is 50-50.
That in all aspects though, and everything, but obviously outside of the law, like everybody should have the same laws.
I think the broad
even in roles and relationships as well.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Do you think that they're equal? And I'll start it off with saying that I don't think that men and women are equal. Like Lee said, the biology is one thing that separates us, and that is kind of like that's really the catalyst to it all. If we're going to be pretty plain and simple with it, the fact that we're, like Lee said, the fact that we're different beings entirely create different thought processes, which create whole different ways that we view the world, which will create different realities for each of us. So that being the case, I don't think that we'll be equal ever, because I don't think biology will ever change. But what I can see changing is I can see equity. But that's not equality. Equity is a little different. That's like clean slate type fairness. But I don't necessarily know if that's possible in every aspect because of the biological differences. So yes, I would say that men and women are not equal.
I was gonna say on that front. Obviously, take physicality out of it right now. Of course, it can happen. Like big emphasis on can, but will it ever? I don't think anybody could really ever say or give you a definitive answer on whether it could or could not. You know what I mean? Because it is something that's just it's so many factors that go into it at the end of the day. Because like we just separated physicality from like opportunity. Of course, opportunity. There's definitely there's a potential for that to happen. Whereas if like I'm in line at a job interview or whatever, like once if a workplace, I'm in line at a job interview. Of course, there is definitely potential in the world for it to be 100% the person who's interviewing to have a 50-50 perspective. Obviously, they're going to say that they do, but you don't know what people are thinking. But there's definitely opportunity there. But if we come down to physicality, it's tough because, and the only reason why I say it's tough is because like you have shit like where you can physically inject testosterone into your body to make you stronger if you want to go that route. You know what I mean? So obviously we're not born physically stronger, but it's like it's like people are gonna find a way, if that makes sense. And they're already starting to find ways. And it's like then it's like, all right, so now, like for example, we're talking, everybody's talking about, what was it, UFC or MMA, or boxer, I'm talking about.
Oh yeah,
I think transgender, yeah. So
it was
that's always
MMA.
that's always going to be a big thing as far as like whether or not it should be okay, and I'm not asking to give takes on that, but it's like stuff like that, because it's like you're looking and searching to find more ways to like do things like physically get stronger. It's like you're now trying to like push it more, so like, okay, now we can start looking at other things like sports. It has to become a lot more equal now, because I can just go ahead and do this with myself to make myself a lot stronger. Like for example, like Joanna Man is like a movie, but if it, what I'm saying, if it came down to it, it's like if there's somebody that strong, that physical in the WNBA, it'd be crazy if they'd be like, okay, we're just gonna completely ignore that and just say, nah, she's just gonna fuck people up in the league over there, and we're just gonna let that shit happen. And even though she wants to come in, she can actually physically do it. We're just gonna say no, because at the end of the day, it's a, what I'm saying. So it's
to speak on the question for myself, I'm saying, I'll say Quinn said this is in reference to intersexual dynamics. When I think of that, so I'm assuming this is how men and women deal with each other, I'm saying, how they commune and, I'm saying, garner relationships, stuff like that, things of that nature. So I'd say that it's so muddled and complex, like how these relationships happen. Like, yes, like we all understand men have like a physical dominance in that regard, but I feel like women have, I'm saying, developed a way to emotionally dominate in some areas, I'm saying, certain types of men. Just like some men can dominate, some women can dominate. It's like a case by case thing. There are women who have guys on a leash and know how to, play them like fiddles. There are guys who, control women and do things like that. So I don't know. That's a hard question for me to answer. Just blank.
I don't think it can be answered, Joe.
I think.
I can answer it. Probably would say no. It's not equal, because somebody's always gonna. Well, not always. There are people who find good balance, but
it's
probably
so
not
many
equal
technicalities.
I feel like
so many dynamics that go into
that question specifically. I feel like that question is like, it's like a book. It's like a title of a book.
Super loaded.
In that book, you have like a table of contents with a bunch of like chapters, a bunch of like sub, categories of pretty much the title of the book. And I feel like that's pretty much how that question is. But I feel like majority of the questions, like, or at least the majority of the answers would be no, because you got to think. Look for example, one thing I've seen about the WNBA is like the women that want to get paid more. I would want to see them get paid more. I don't think it's ever going to happen because people are just not watching that. But like, just think if they put an actual NBA team, just one NBA team, and put it in the WNBA and pay them the same salary that the WNBA is getting paid, just to see if they really want to, like compete to actually get paid like those players do. It's like certain things like that. It's like the shit is just not fair. You know what I'm saying? Even like how we talked about with the transgender athletes, it was like MMA. I saw another one in swimming, track. Like it's just things. It's like you can't, as a just being born. You know what I'm saying? Man and woman. I'm just talking about physics just now. There's nothing you can do as a woman to physically give you more strength than your average man. You know what I'm saying? If we're just talking about like on the average person. But then when it comes to like in the work field and stuff like that, I still feel like, I mean, it's a case by case situation when it comes to like if you're at a warehouse and you have a man and a woman applying for the same job and they only need one spot filled, 9 times out of 10 they're going to pick that man because it's probably going to involve some heavy lifting.
You know, the workforce is different though. I feel like people.
I'm just thinking of
people qualify
things like
based
that
on their skill
specifically.
set. People qualify based on their skill set though.
But I mean, that's still
job. A man would probably get that. But if you're talking about like
something that woman you can't take away from like that woman as far as like an office woman and a woman who just works at a warehouse. You can't take 2 jobs and separate them just because they're in 2 separate fields. it's still somebody's, you know what I'm saying, livelihood and how they need to get paid, who's being pretty much short.
Well, the man had the skill set for that job. If you're talking about like if there's a CEO job,
she's still
and
being
there's a more
shortchanged
qualified
of the
woman,
position.
the woman's probably going to get it.
But I'm saying she's still being shortchanged of position, regardless of it's in the business field, like she has an office or she has like a warehouse job. She's still being shortchanged of that position by a man, regardless. That's all I'm saying.
It would be shortchanged if she was more qualified than him. I'm saying
Equal though. I'm saying like they're both equal, so there's no difference. They're both
if
man
they
and
both
woman,
have the same amount of strength,
same amount. I'm talking about even if it's in a work field, same amount of strength. If it's in the field of where they need to work in fucking cubicles in the office, they have the same level,
qualifications,
education, everything,
and skill set, everything.
But 9 times out of 10, the man would be getting picked.
I'll tell you why it's so, and that's even tough because even when you get down to the specifics of like even job titles and like actual occupations, even that becomes like more like men are kind of gonna do this and women are kind of gonna do this. Like for example, when I was talking about that, I was thinking about, okay, like you look at you see most like therapists. Most therapists are probably like women because it's like it's almost as if like that type of occupation, because it's more geared towards like listening, understanding, like not saying that those are like only qualities that women have, but it's like over like the years, because it's like such associated, like y'all was talking about, as far as like something like how Lee said in their relationship, it's almost like women sometimes like know how to have that emotional edge over women or over men sometimes in a relationship. It's almost like that same thing as far as like communication. A lot of women sometimes are a lot better at communicating than a lot of men are, just because it's something that is probably more so women just generally talk a little bit more than men do.
More really prevalent for them than it is for us.
Right. So like you get down to even like job specifics like that, taking it to like a warehouse position, like Juan said, like you said, it's more physicality. So it's like you're almost gonna at the same. It's almost like as a woman, you probably wouldn't even think like I'm gonna go get a warehouse job. Like there are women that are doing that, but it's probably not like your first thing. Like you're thinking on your mind, like okay, I'm gonna go do this because this is what I want. It's more so like I'm gonna try to avoid that because that's not really like more men do that than women do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it gets even tough like that. And that's why I was saying, like, even with the, with communication and emotion, it goes down as far as like the origin of the occupation as well, too.
Mm-hmm. I'd have a question actually for everybody here, but more so for you, because you brought up the qualifications thing in particular. If you were going off, you're president of the U.S. and for whatever reason this is the case, a gang of 20,000 soldiers finna pull up, dog. We got these applications here for you. Both of these armies we've got here for you have the exact same qualifications. All grade A marksmen, all grade A, whatever. All the requirements to be in the army and really be a certified killer. This whole group is all men. This whole group is all women. Which one are you sending to war?
The men.
Okay. Yeah. What about you guys?
Yeah, I'm sending men. Men.
Yeah, I probably send them in too.
And it's crazy because that's really where it gets fucked up, because I'm not, I ain't going front for the sake of the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
No bullshit.
I'm gonna send them niggas.
I definitely agree. A spade is a spade. I'm saying in a war, you're a soldier. A soldier is your job. Men over through the course of history, men in general are they're going to be sent to war first. You're going to send a man to fight before you're going to send a woman to fight.
But Lee, these ladies got the qualifications.
All right. That's what
I'm saying about the warehouse job. Man, women could be the same here and there, but like when you're talking about heavy lifting, you're going to put a man in that position. And this is why I wrestled that point, is because in a cubicle setting, in an office setting, I know men will get past, like, companies, especially nowadays in 2022, have to meet diversification quotas and stuff like that. They want to get women in their workplace. I'm in a STEM field. I'm in a computer field. They are vying for women. They will hire a woman over you if she's slightly less qualified than you.
It's a quota to be met for sure in that respect.
It's a checks and balances thing. in the workplace, and I feel like it's a checks and balances thing in relationships in general. Watching something here recently, it was a show. A man kidnapped a woman. He's like a spy or something. He kidnapped a woman, exerted his physical, his skill set over her. To get power back in that dynamic, in that relationship, she decided to, she formulated a plan to stop everything that man had going, checked and balanced them. That's literally how relationships go. Men have a outwardly physical, more blatant, you know what I'm saying, step ahead, but women emotionally and emotionally and just like through, like Javen said, communication and things like that, have found a way or find ways to take that power back in ways. So it's like checks and balances to me, you know.
That's really how, I mean, I agree. I don't think that we can be equal because we're complementary. Therefore, we can't be cut the same way. Because if you were cut like me or I was cut like you, then wouldn't work. just plain and simply, it wouldn't work. Or even in a lot of cases, not every, but in a lot of cases, even if the roles are reversed, if you believe in gender roles, that's something that goes on, and that also leads to a lot of unhappiness in relationships when those dynamics are flipped, when the woman needs to take on your role or when you take on hers. Oh no, people are unhappy in these situations. So you see it too many times in really long marriages, and also as well, reason why marriages break up is because of stuff like that. You hear about that all the time, where the guy ends up just falling off of his what he does.
A man paid for a woman's college. He paid her way through college. Didn't ask her to get a job for about 4 years. For about 4 years, he paid her way through. Told her, sit at home. I got you. At the end of that 4 years, she had got a job. By the time she had got a job, my man, he wanted to marry her. He said, okay, bet. I'm gonna see something. He sent her a text. He said, for 1 month, he said, I'm not feeling good. My mental is messed up. I got a new job lined up. I'm going to get more money than when I leave, but I want to leave for a month and go get some therapy just to make sure everything's good with myself. Can you take care of, can you, you know what I'm saying, take care of everything for a month? She said no. She was willing to throw everything away for that 1 month. And he paid her way through school. There are certain things women are not willing to do in that dynamic.
Now, I feel like that's still
that's
like
the case,
case by case situation.
You a lazy, too. Yeah, you a lazy motherfucker. Like, if that's the case, like that's just fucked up. That's just 1 month.
Come on,
right?
She had a job. She could have 1 month. She would have paid one bill.
That's literally insane, yo. I'll tell you this though. It is it is fucked up and crazy too. Like allude back to the scenario that Quinn gave about the soldiers, because like off of history, you're gonna like you said, you're gonna go with the men, right? But then at the same time, it's like, okay, all right, so we are looking at it. If they had the same qualifications, everything is the same. There's no discrepancies whatsoever. It's just like it's literally just pick one or the other. It's like you want to be that first person to do it and to rewrite history, but at the same time, you don't want to be that first person to do it and rewrite history and fuck up.
Or not even rewrite history. Show why history is what it is.
Well, yeah.
Now you know why that is.
But you're supposed to learn from history as well too. You're not even supposed realistically, you're not supposed to repeat history. You're supposed to learn from it. So it's almost like that. That's what get people fucked up, because people start thinking, you know, and they're like, oh shit, like you're right. I should just rewrite it. And then once again, but it take a lot of balls to be that person. So to whoever that person is in this near future that feels like they can step up and do that, you know, whoever that is, more power to you, for real.
War to some degree is a primal thing. So you have a garrison of Russian soldiers down the way, and you send a group of women to go fight them. They not only are you. They are going to take that information back to their headquarters, and them niggas are gonna have a
come barehanded, bro. They're gonna come barehanded, bro. They're coming barehanded.
I can't say every joke I have, I cannot say any joke.
And niggas like, bro, and niggas think of him as weak. And niggas don't think of him as weak. He fell on a bike.
Yeah, like when you talk about like war, what are you doing out here, bro? Sleeping shit, like
the dynamics that go into politics, especially bro, y'all are crazy. You're gonna send a group of women.
That was a crazy ass situation to provide, yo. You provided a crazy ass situation.
They was calling that nigga Sleepy Joe for months. Like, come on, bro. What the fuck are you doing, man?
Sleepy Joe, man.
Come on, bro.
So I mean, I guess I'll ask as well the second part, but I think I pretty much got the answer from everybody here. Do you think it's possible? If you don't think men and women are equal in the ways that you just described, do you think it's possible that in the future it will? Jay, you brought up a valid point with the trans thing being like, hey, now people are crossing over genders, people crossing over sports. It's starting to happen, things like that.
I think it will, just because like we've proven over the years, just as like society, as humans, that as long as somebody wants it bad enough, like it could be obtainable. You know, it's never been proven wrong. It's never been proven wrong. Every time somebody has said, you know, for example, I'm gonna make the first phone to have a touchscreen. Boom. Ain't nobody think that shit was gonna happen before that. You know what I'm saying? Boom, it happened. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be the first to do, you know, to make the light bulb. Nobody thought there was gonna be light. Niggas thought it was gonna be fire lanterns for the rest of the life. You know what I'm saying? Just hey, you know, pull the lantern over the shorty face, you know, while you fucking see the light instead of still flipping on the switch. Ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? They fucking the lantern shaking back and forth, you know, switching between you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it could, because somebody is gonna want it bad enough to be able to try to make it happen. And there's definitely a lot of money out there in the world. This is more than enough, so it could definitely happen.
Man, I would definitely say no, because if that was the case, I would go have like at least like 10, 12 sons and train all them niggas to go to the WNBA when they're ready, and then just live off that. That's free checks. If we just going, you know what I'm saying, based off of that, you feel me? Have about 10 sons, train all them niggas to go to the WNBA, not the NBA. Yeah, I'm good. They gonna fuck them up. Yeah, they gonna fuck all them.
I'm gonna say yeah, just because of the way I'm viewing this whole equality deal. You know what I'm saying? Just because to say I'm a king, my queen, that doesn't make my queen lesser than me. I may do things on the outward. I may be the outwardly, you know what I'm saying, head of this spear, so to say. But that woman has the highest regard for me. You know what I'm saying? She's my consultant. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna listen to her. She gonna listen to. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see it as like I'm a stud. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. We both. That's the rib. She my rib. So you feel me? So
that's the rib. Yo, we're getting biblical on that shit. Oh my god,
that's getting biblical.
So I'm gonna say yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say yeah. It don't gotta be all that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, well, feel me? That's the McRib.
I'll say, I don't think that it will happen, but I can see it happening. I don't think it will happen for what are some of the funniest things, and there's two reasons why. One, throughout all of this like big strong and independent talk, a lot of those women, even that are strong and independent, just women in general, still wouldn't be jacking their man be like less financially yoked than them. And I'm not even talking about making less. I'm talking about even like the effort of getting a bag. Like they would not be, like Lee said, I'm talking about for the duration of the relationship. Forget the month. A girl would not be cool with getting a dude who had way less money than her and just supporting that nigga. Even if she had the bag. Even if she had the bag, she would not be cool with that shit. And then similarly for guys as well, no matter how much you try to put that shit in our face, I'm going to say it even if they won't. Body positivity, get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. That shit is not sexy. But it's about respecting everybody's different types of body types.
Double cupped up.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking, and now let me go ahead and be very specific as well before the emotions get super high. I'm not talking about somebody who's got a little extra weight on them. I'm not talking about a fit girl. I'm not talking about girl got a little extra pound. I'm talking about the obese. I'm talking about the health risk. I'm talking about the my 600-pound lifers. I'm not talking about a little chunky. I'm not talking about a little chunky person. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Yeah, thank you, Lee. Lee, you just nailed it. I'm talking about them in the room. I'm talking about them.
Oh my
Huh.
God.
Hey,
No,
Quinn,
just-
those are the. Huh.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. I'm talking about that.
God is good, isn't he?
I'm not talking about a little thick. I'm talking about big. Like with two eyes. Big.
Yeah, man.
Walking sideways through
No
doors.
matter how much
How the
makeup
hell
and
you get on this ride?
lingerie, I'm saying no matter how much editing in the photos, men just generally are
Yo.
not jacking those women for the long term in relation to the women, in relation to the men that the women want. Not every man. Of course, there are men that love big, but I'm talking about the men that they're fiending over. You don't see no men that no women is fiending over getting with nobody who's obese like that. So just like
Crazy.
women who got a lot of money are not jacking a man who doesn't have money, even though they got it, a man is not jacking that no matter how much makeup and all that extra shit you put on there. I'm
Crazy thing
sorry.
about it, bro. I've only seen like niggas that are like bodybuilders into that, bro. Because they
That
get
are
their
into
ass in
the
the gym. They get their ass like right in the gym, and they fat ass be thin as hell, and then they be having a fat ass and all types of they be having it all. You know what I'm saying? Because they get the fat
I built
move.
this.
You know what I'm saying?
that's
They transfer.
I
that's
built
Yeah, they
partially
doing all
partially
types
an
of
ego
shit,
thing,
man.
Adam. But
Yeah.
Come on,
yeah, I
man.
don't think it'll change because those two things are changed
Mm.
right there. But the people are still not changing. What happened? The big girls done got fined, right? Go ahead, go crazy. Ladies, y'all are strong and independent. Get you a broke man and support them. The niggas been doing that for decades. I thought they was taking care of women. Go ahead,
Go ahead, cook
ladies.
up.
Grab you a broke man.
Nah,
They
man.
don't want to do that for real.
But neither party's gonna do that, right? So let's stop acting like shit's gonna change. Come on, y'all. Come on. Hey,
Yo,
come on.
this is my ego, yo. I don't think I could ever let a girl beat me in an arm wrestling competition. Is that my ego?
Yeah.
Is that my...
But
Yeah,
yeah, it is. But
But I mean,
it's also not
Don't
very
say that.
realistic.
It's
It's
justified.
also not very
There's
realistic.
women
I
out
can see
there
why
that
it's-
will
I
whoop
can see-
your. There's women out there that will whoop you. You know
Yo,
what I'm
I know
saying?
some.
Listen,
No,
listen,
really?
listen.
What?
There's women out there that'll whoop you.
And
Arm
then,
wrestling
I'd
contest.
be
it's a woman out there that's gonna
shout
say I'm
out to the
sexist for
ladies.
that shit, but fuck it, I don't care, yo. I'm sorry, I'm not letting no woman beat me in a damn arm wrestling competition. You got me fucked up. And if it does happen, best believe I'm coming back every single time until I finally have your wrist has touched that damn table. And
I
if
gotta
not,
Juan, who's this
then I'm
woman that's
spinning
out
the
here
block.
whooping ass in this arm wrestling?
It's some,
Man,
bro. It's some
I
athletic
used to-
women out here, some strong women. There's some women that get to that,
Yeah,
that
like
gym.
women-
I'm
Like
telling you.
y'all have encountered these women?
Bro,
Yes.
I
I'm
was
asking.
playing around with a shorty, like, haha, stop it. You know what I'm saying? She was like, you know what I'm saying, let me, she punched me in the goddamn stomach, but I about fell out,
Yeah.
nigga. I about fell out. I had to play cool,
Yeah,
but you
man.
saying, but
Hey,
Some
yo.
older- I've seen like a older woman that work like on a dock, or like an older woman that's like a truck driver. They strong as fuck, bro. I'm talking about like
strong, man.
I'm talking about
Big
like
stocky,
bro,
like
like
really, yeah.
like bro, they big like
Hey,
man.
that's surprising. And I don't even say that like James said on some sex. Like I don't. Well, one, I don't think I've ever arm wrestled a woman outside of my like sisters, and then outside of that as well. I just like even when women are like weighing more, it's just still. I'm like way stronger in the instances that I have dealt with women that are like way bigger than me. Even I'm like still way stronger than them.
Man, you just
So that's
out here
surprising.
It's not a normal.
That's surprising.
It's not a normal deal. You probably wouldn't run across one.
No, that's why I
saying,
ask.
for a
Like, have
while.
y'all encountered a woman that's really out here like
but
slamming
there's,
niggas? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
yes, bro.
Keep your car straight, because it'd be the one day you sitting somewhere and Bethany sit down in front of you.
Bertha sit down.
in front of you. Y'all,
Boy, Helga sit down and fuck you up.
just got done lifting 505, nigga. She sit down in front of you.
Now that's one thing that you can never ever take apart from that. That women got I think they probably do have superior leg strength. Like Jay, like
They might, bro.
they should be crazy. I've seen when it comes to the leg strength, they should be insane. The amounts that they be squatting and deadlifting and shit like that is like what?
Yeah, that should be ridiculous, bro.
It really, hey, shout out.
I used to
shout out
go. I used to
ladies,
go to
man.
school. I used to go to school. This girl named Keisha, bro. You know what I'm saying? Light skin, red bone.
always
You know what I'm saying?
Keisha.
Pretty girl
Oh,
too. You know what I'm saying? Thick. You know what I'm saying? Nice little body on her.
It's always
You know what I'm saying? She was ghetto. You know what I'm saying? She was always loud, but ain't nobody.
that hoe she's
you know what I'm saying?
staying.
Nobody think nothing. But like when I tell you, she was beating niggas, bro. Like beating niggas. You know what I'm saying? After she done beating niggas, the principal or administrator might try to, you know what I'm saying, like hold her, and she beating their ass too. Yeah, nah. Hell no.
Well, first of all, I'm about to say, you sure that wasn't Layla Ali, nigga? Like,
man, I'm
so
talking
she
about,
was laying
and
cats out,
and she wasn't pulling hair. She jabbing niggas. I'm talking about straight uppercutting niggas.
Yeah, she might have had a penis one.
She wasn't like grabbing and tossing. I'm talking about she straight boxing niggas, bro. I'm talking about up on 2 feet boxing.
That's the type of chick that standing up, nigga. That shit is insane. That's crazy,
man.
There's a couple cats I won't fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know it's crazy. I remember one time that same chick, bro. We was playing dodgeball, and I actually threw the ball at her face, hit her hard as fuck. Man, I lied and said this other boy did it, bro. And when I tell you she really got on that nigga, I don't know what happened. I don't remember what happened because they left. But Buddy came back to class because I had the next class with him. He came back to class late as fuck. His shit was jacked up. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he might have been crying a little bit. I said, nigga, it's better you than me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, did y'all wear uniforms too? Did y'all wear uniforms at your school too?
Yeah, I still had to hit him
grass stains on the white tee.
I still had to hit him with the, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what's the answers? What's the answers to number 1 through 6? What's the answers of that? You know what I'm saying? I know you crying, but like I need that answer though. Like, get over it, my nigga.
It's D, bro.
Hey, get over it, bro.
Damn,
you good, nigga?
Yeah, humble you real quick, bro.
Yeah.
So hang on, they left. So you're telling me she pulled up on him and was like, "Hey, bro, let me holler at you real quick."
Yes, bro. I launched that motherfucker.
Look, my dog Quinn. No, yo, I got Quinn. No, we went school we went to. Yo,
I was gonna say, bro. You might say the same story I'm about to bring up.
I just got an ISS too. No,
yo, listen, yo, I done seen a shorty smack a nigga with a lunch tray at lunch, nigga. I'm talking smack that nigga. Yo, I never listen. Yo,
I remember that shit so well.
I looked at that nigga. I was like, yo, this nigga got oil on his face. I was like, he's quite greasy today. Like, yo, like.
Was it the thin metal ones or the thick plastic ones?
Plastic ones.
Yeah, the thick plastic joint. The thick plastic.
Yo, like all you hear was boom. Yo, next thing all you see is shit just dripping down his face. I'm like, oh yeah, this
but if I'm not mistaken, he started running, and understandably so, because I mean, was he gonna square up with her? But like, bro, she's chasing this man around the lunchroom like a bat out of hell, trying to hit this man with a lunch tray again. After she already slapped the nigga with it once, she's chasing him, and he's running away from her, and she's chasing this man, trying to hit him.
What the fuck he do?
Yo,
you seen the meme, Javen? What did he do to make them niggas that mad?
Yeah, what the fuck did he do?
Well, okay, I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not gonna front. Like I was sitting right there at the table. I was like across the other side of the lunchroom. That's how loud the smack was.
Bro, it was deafening. It was literally like, because Javen, I'm in the lunchroom as well. I'm not sitting. We're sitting in different areas in this lunchroom. I'm on the like he said, other side of the lunchroom from him. All you hear is boom. The whole lunchroom goes silent and looks, and this nigga's face is like sideways with the shit all dripping down, and she's standing there with the tray. She's standing there with the tray in her hands, yelling at this nigga, and then she like raises up the swing again, and he starts running, and she starts chasing him. But not does he start running. I'm talking like he's under the table type shit. Like, hey,
this nigga acrobatic,
and she's hovering him, trying to whoop his ass with this lunch tray.
Yo.
Sucks to suck, boy.
But if we're talking equality,
she a pioneer.
Hey, we talking equality. My man should have got the 1, 2.
Man, what?
What? Hey,
man. When I tell you, I'm gonna be wiping a table with her ass like she a fucking rag, bro. I'm talking about she is getting tossed. Man,
bro, that's crazy.
White shorties like rags across the table. That's
hey, man. If we're talking equality and you slap me across the face with a lunch tray, it don't even really matter what I said to you. If you slap me across the face with a lunch tray,
all bets is off.
Well, really, just like I said, the previous meme, and I'll end the episode with this meme. Get over here, and I'm really good. It's over with. And it's over with after that, man.
Get over here.
Shout out to the people tuning in to this episode of the Inside Wolves podcast. There we go. Thank you all for listening. We like to create conversations for you guys, and not only for you guys, but we love them ourselves. Once again, we want you guys to go ahead and peep us out on social media. Inside Wolves on Instagram, Inside Wolves 1 on Twitter. Go ahead and hop into the bio. There's a link tree. It'll bring you to everything else. And if you are on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, share. Go ahead and make sure that this goes ahead and get out. Because what we're trying to do here is spread a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of enlightenment, and a little bit of fun to your day, people. Inside Wolves, we are out.
Degeneration Stay! For more Inside Wolf content, make sure to subscribe and make sure to hit that link tree in our bio to bring you to all our platforms. Let's get it.